The latest episode of Dragon Ball Super went to air last weekend, and a lot happened without much actually happening. Episode 68 was based around reviving King Kai. In short, he doesn't get revived. And that's basically the whole episode, although I do want to mention a few things that I found interesting. First of all, Bulma is building a time machine, or at least she was trying to. Beerus and Whis find out, and since they're massively against traveling through time, they destroy it. Normally this wouldn't mean much, but it could be a huge hint to what we'll be seeing in the next arc. Time travel is clearly illegal. Beerus and Whis don't like it, but regardless, Goku has done it so many times, and I don't think it would be a stretch to think that someone out there has had enough changing events throughout time and High is hit. That is one out of many ideas as to where the next arc could go, but the most revolutionary thing that happened wasn't even in this episode. It was actually in the next episode preview. We see a very brief shot of Kid Trunks. The only difference is he's no longer Kid Trunks, or at least he doesn't look like it. This is the only image we have, and it looks like he's throwing something, but more impressively, he's wearing a suit, and if anything, he looks a lot closer to the future Trunks that we just saw. Usually in Dragon Ball, after a major event like when Frieza, Cell, and Majin Buu died, there's always been a time skip. The death of Frieza gave us a 1-year time skip, Cell gave us 7, and Majin Buu originally gave us 10. Goku Black was a pretty intense villain, and no one can deny that out of all the villains in Dragon Ball Super, if they were ever going to take a break, it would be after him. If this really is a time skip, it isn't a very big one, and because Super has yet to go past the end of Z, it can't be something crazy like a 10-year jump. It makes sense for the next episode to be set 1, maybe 2 years in the future. Nothing crazy, but enough to make Trunks and eventually Goten age to the point where we recognize it. At first glance, a time skip doesn't seem like much of a big deal, especially since this is Dragon Ball, they happen all the time. Let me just say that Dragon Ball Super is a totally different beast. Each time there's a time skip, the series moves closer and closer to overtaking the end of where Dragon Ball Z left off. And if Dragon Ball Super can only manage to do one more thing, I would want it to go past the end of Z. Dragon Ball Z had an ending that left us wanting more, to the point where when I first saw it, I came back the next day expecting the story to continue, but instead Cartoon Network sent me all the way back to Raditz. Dragon Ball Super is the only chance left of going past the end of Z, and every time we get a time skip, it gets closer and closer. Progression is a beautiful thing, and to see Dragon Ball embracing it and finally moving on the timeline is nice. It took a while, but it's nice. So the next episode of Dragon Ball Super is going to be the return of Aurelie. She's a character in Toriyama's other manga, so think of it as that one time in Dragon Ball Goku was going so fast on his Nimbus that he ended up in Penguin Village, except it's only going to be one episode. Anyway, that's what I got out of episode 68 and the preview for episode 69. I will say I'm really looking forward to episode 70 and 71 as the next arc, so the future is looking bright. I want to thank you so much for watching, and until we meet again,